Hello, my little weirdos. Remember I told you, like, maybe a week ago that I had a stupid fall? I mean, seriously, my foot, my good. Anyway, you can look if you're interested. But it was one of those dumb things. And since my balance is really bad on the right foot because of the accident that I'm on disability for, and anyway, I don't know how, it was right there. I hit every freaking limb. Literally. This elbow, I don't know if you can still see the bruising, but it still hurts in certain place. I whack, oh, right there. Right there. You know how that spot when you hit your funny bone and it really hurts and aches for like weeks after? Hit that. And I hit this arm. Check this out. I'm just gonna look at that bruise. Look at that. And I have one of those on that knee, the same bad foot. And on the good foot, the second toe, it's been like a week maybe, and it's still kind of off. That's the good foot. And it hurts. Even just like the blankets hitting it. Even the slippers, they're like, oh. It's almost a week later. I think I broke that toe. I mean, I'm nothing to do for it. It's happened to before. When you do that walk into the, and your foot, your toe, like your middle toe or something, gets caught right at the door frame because you're kind of oh, it's just me. You're moving a little too fast and you just didn't get over quite enough. Maybe half an inch more and you would have missed the door. One of those things. Usually you're carrying something or just in a rush to get by, to get through. Somebody's at the door, the phone. When we used to have a landline only, phone's ringing. You're trying to get there before it stops ringing. Usually don't go see anything because, I mean, unless it's like bones sticking out or it's totally, But otherwise, what are they going to do? They're just going to tape them next to each other to kind of splint out. And then it's just even worse. That F's up your belt. It's not worth it. So, yeah, isn't that crazy? But I saw that bruise last night and I was just, that's freaking crazy. That's like a week later. I mean, it looks like I dove into a foxhole for all the bruises I got. Part of the reason I think why the bruising is so, what the hell, is, for the last year, about, March will be a year, that I've been, he's been treating me for low D. But it took a couple years. It was during COVID. I stayed in like they told you to. And first time in my life, I've been like on a vitamin or mineral deficiency. And other than like when I was younger and having really heavy periods, I'd have a low iron every now and then. But those raise up fast. Have some blackstrap and molasses, a couple spoonfuls in a glass of milk. Kind of tastes like a very, very irony, chocolatey kind of, but not really chocolate milk. But that's a good dose. Mixing some blackstrap molasses and some plain yogurt, mixing it really well, like you'd have to mix like honey when you put that in. But those are quick fixes. Some vitamins you can up fast, and some, like I said to the doctor, I said, so almost a year ago, I said, so how long will it take? He says, how long did it take to get that low? I said, I don't know, probably about 2 years, because I told you to keep your acid at the start, and yeah, about 2 years. He says, well, it could be 2 years before it's fully up. And I researched, and that's true. They said usually as long as it takes to get that low, it's going to take to get back up. Because you can't store it. Vitamin C is another one. If you take too much vitamin, like if you're, why do I say like? if you got a cold or something like that and you're trying to up your vitamin C, if you drink too much or eat too many fruit or drink too much orange juice, something like that, we all know what happens. You wind up having the runs, and we know what happens there. You're in the bathroom for the rest of the day and probably the next day, because vitamin C can't really be stored. Once it gets to full, it's got to dump the rest of it. So, vitamin D is kind of like that. You just, it's just the same idea. It just doesn't top up quickly. You have to give just a little bit more than you need every day, to build up that thing. The other thing is I'm going to be going in for another blood test soon. If it's not increased the average that they should increase, then, because I had asked him about this 6 months in, I said, I do notice a difference before. Right now, it's because I'm fighting the norovirus off, and I just got the bronchitis and sinus infection. So that all happened at once. So kind of hard to repel anything else. But I had asked him, I was reading, and it is normally vitamin D3 is what the sunlight, when I say you're low on D. Vitamin D2 is in your system, from what I understand. It helps, it facilitates vitamin D being absorbed from your system. So it helps absorb it so the vitamin D could do what D3 can do what it's supposed to do. But if your reserve gets very low, it's not going to have enough oomph, the D2, to kind of prime the pump. So you're going to need to get a little extra of that for a short time, just until you start feeling that rev a little higher. Then you give the D2 a little bit of a boost, so you can get a better boom on the D3 increasing. So when I had mentioned that to him 6 months ago, he says, yeah, that we can do that. He goes, but let's see how it's doing by itself without changing up your system, basically, so you're not throwing more shit in there and not letting it acclimate. Put the D3 in there, give it some time. If it's not doing it fast enough as fast as D3 goes, if it's not risen as much as he had hoped, then he'll probably give me a few months worth of D2 as well, to kind of prime that pump. Once I start seeing or feeling it giving more of the zap, then we can hop off the D2 and let the D3 continue coasting up. But basically, yeah, that was crazy, that bruise. It's wild, right? Man, I don't have any blood disorders or thyroid or any kind of or diabetes, that any kind of thing that increases bruising that I'm aware of. And we do every spring. It's coming up soon. He does a yearly blood screen, like a blood panel on me, and he doesn't just do the minimal ones, and he doesn't do a super one, but he does an inside where we're still, since there's diabetes and thyroid run in my family on both sides actually, so he adds those, and not just the basic, so there's like 2 or 3 levels of that type of thing for like thyroid and stuff, because sometimes you could test the basic test, and it shows fine, but if you test, there's a, forget the names of them, but another one that's a little more accurate and picks up the smaller differences. That one will show, it is in the small, lower end, but it's going there type of idea. That's just simplified. But anyway, yeah, that's so if I'm moving into something and you happen to see the bruise or something, the cats aren't abusing me, because that's all I live with. It's just freak ass fall. It was even onto the area rug, that purple rug. I said it then. I have no clue what happened, but y'all be safe out there, because you that shit was shit. I just have to wonder if it's because of the low D that I bruised like this at all, not just this badly. That's crazy shit. Well, wild crap. But you'll be safe out there. It's dangerous in your homes. Take care. Peace out.